Hi, I'm Cortney Duncanson, and I am a credit team leader for Compeer Financial. I currently am housed out of the Rochester, Minnesota office, where I cover Southeast Minnesota, Southwest Wisconsin, and Northwest Illinois. And I have been with Compeer for about 12 years, and all of that time has been in the credit department in underwriting. So my passion there. I grew up on a Holstein cow dairy farm where my family still farms today, milks about 300 cows with 5 Lely robotic milkers. And I received my bachelor's degree in agricultural business with a minor in Spanish from UW River Falls, Wisconsin. And I am married with 2 children, Dylan and Bridget, who are 5 and 8, so they keep us busy. And we we call it our piece of heaven out here, 5 acres in the country, just outside of a small town, Lewiston, Minnesota. And in my spare time, I enjoy spending time with family and friends, when COVID allows, of course. Four-wheeling, my family and I, we love to, there's some trails around here that we go, or we'll go on some different trips or vacations to different four-wheeling trails. And also enjoy playing cards. Currently, our favorite game is King's Corner. So today, I would really like to talk about how I have leveraged my personal and professional strengths to build the rewarding and successful career I have thus far. So first, I'm going to start with a quote from Tom Rath, who is the author of the Strengthsfinder 2.0 book. He says that if you spend your life trying to be good at everything, you will never be great at anything. So I think that's a really interesting concept, and it's a great set the stage to what I'm going to talk about here. So today I'm going to focus on what I call the task model. So TASC, task model. T, time. That you need to make the time for personal and professional development. We all know that we're all challenged for time. I mean, nobody has a spare minute these days, it seems like. I think the pandemic has helped us slow down, which is wonderful, but still, everyone's busy. And you will never be given the time. You need to take the time and make the time for that professional development, even if it's just a few minutes out of the day, or it's a day a month, a day a year, whatever that looks like. You need to be devoting that time and take that time to reflect and adjust where you're at and where you want to focus on. Then continuing on with that task model, next is A, which is apply. So the interesting piece here is really applying your learnings, applying what you're hearing and learning about with your professional development. And the key is listening to the feedback you received, whether that's in your day-to-day work, whether it's with your other coworkers, things like that. But it's not just hearing the feedback, it's you really need to listen and adjust. So don't just hear it, listen to it. So that's how you're applying that. So we've talked about in task, T, time, A, apply. What's next? S, strengths. So strengths, focus on those strengths. Don't dwell and focus on the weaknesses. Too many times we always hear, well, that's what, this is an area of weakness, so we really need to work on that. And no, it's be confident and leverage those strengths. Now, you can't have a weakness be such a deterrent either. You have to have that balance, but you will get so much further along by focusing and leveraging those strengths. Be confident in your role and who you are. You know who you are, and be confident in that. The Strengthsfinder is a great tool if you're not aware of where your strengths really lie. I mean, you know who you are, but sometimes taking those assessments can just have that affirmation, and that just makes you feel more confident. So the Strengthsfinder is a great resource. If you haven't already utilized that, I would recommend that as a tool. As of today, over 24.6 million people have taken that and completed that assessment. And research shows that people who use their strengths and leverage them are more engaged at work, are more productive at work, and they're happy and healthier. Who doesn't want that, right? So the strengths, and it's the neat part with your strengths and leveraging your strengths is they naturally come to you. You don't have to work so hard at them because they're just, it comes out that way. So really challenge you to be thinking about that and how you can leverage those strengths. Another quote from Don Clifton, who is the American psychologist that developed the Clifton strengths. And he wrote that there is no more effective way to empower people than to see each person in terms of his or her strengths. It's just neat to really think about that. And that's where you should feel empowered and empower others by focusing on those strengths and not dwelling on those weaknesses. So last but not least, task. We've talked about time, we've talked about apply, we've talked about strengths. So what's next? Cultivate. Cultivate is really taking what you know about your strengths and putting them to use about yourself. Develop a personal brand. Think about what do you want to be known for and what is your native genius. It really ties all of those things together. It's okay to be different and lead different as a woman. And that's just fine, but really understand who you are and how you want people to know you, or how people should know you. What do you want to be known for? So for me personally, my personal brand is I want to be known to have a balanced approach of being open to understanding by listening, but then being willing to also share my point of view. And willing to take on any project and get it done. I'm dependable, accountable, follow through, high level of excellence. That's who I am and who I know I am and how I can keep leveraging those strengths that take me to that next level. So I challenge you to really think about that task model of time, apply, strengths, and cultivate, and how you can leverage your strengths every day to become the individual and team member, employee that you want to be. So I'm going to leave you with a final quote from Don Clifton. What will happen when we think about what is right with people rather than fixating on what is wrong with them? Thanks for listening in, and I hope you have a wonderful day.